Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Off we are in a beautiful submarine actually, right? You know, with this thing we can absolutely dive. It's the Collab. It's, to be precise, it's the Collab 74760. I also want to try out the other Collab though, once we do get some money over it. Yukon is completed for 68%. So we are way over half though. And it's going quicker than you might imagine. Yeah, at least I did imagine it will take quite a long while though, but we still have a lot of main missions to do, and I do think they will be very tedious though. Not tedious in a bad way, but tedious like it is just a whole lot back and forth though. But that's alright, that's alright. Now let's go get this trailer because we have to get tools to the warehouse. Oh yeah. It's going to be a nice little haul. As you can see, we are going to go take this route and then right over here towards there. Which is not a biggie though, right, you know, but you want to do it rather well. And rather well, right with the dot right on the road there. Come on, there you go. Just to be sure, it's a little bit of a strange intersection over there. So let's just keep on going. And yeah, we did reinstall the advanced special gearbox on the Collab. Because it turns out, I did do a little driving test. We are quicker with... well, the advanced special compared to the multi-purpose. The fuel efficiency from the garage from here all the way through the water over here, following the rail track, swamp, back to the rail track towards here, the warehouse. Yeah, the average speed with the advanced special is around 20 and maximum speed is 30. You can see that actually right over here on the right side there. As you can see, we are now, let's say, 12 kilometers an hour. Oh, actually, it's miles per hour. All right, interesting. It's a Russian truck, so it should be km/h. Oh, well. So, you know, like, that is that. We do burn 3 liters more fuel. So, as you can see right now, it has no fuel consumption is a B rating, and with the multi-purpose it's a little bit higher. So power 5, you are correct though. Thank you for the comment about the high gear and everything being worth more than, you know, fuel efficiency, because 3 liters is just a joke though, isn't it now? And we are way quicker because with the multi-purpose our average speed was around 12 kilometers per hour. And technically it will be 10 miles per hour, but that's alright, you know, like a little minor detail on the dashboard, but massive in real life. Keep it in mind though, stay away from the multi-purpose gearbox. It is not worth it. You lose speed, you lose high gear, you lose low gear minus and plus, and you only, for fuel efficiency, which will be the big thing for me though, because without fuel we cannot do anything in the game. It's only 3 liters. 2 months down for no ups. Oh yeah. I mean, it's embarrassing though, isn't it? I love this valley. Just take a little peek here. Isn't this beautiful though? You know, when I see this, I really want to boot up the Hunter Call of the Wild, just to walk around in the Taiga region or something like that, you know, hunting some musk deer or some bigger ones, maybe a lynx, maybe a brown bear though. Very, very beautiful, these regions. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult uphill battle. If high gear, yeah, high gear cannot. So let's go in low gear plus, so we don't go from gear 1 to gear 2. Oh, back again to gear 1, because those little gear shifts is really ruining the momentum though. Nice slow haul. Very nice though. I kind of do love the POV drive, but I can imagine on you know, for a viewer this might not be the best experience to see a little tiny box inside of, you know, a box that you're staring at. Just to see a little bit of the landscape. You're losing a lot of detail though, but it is an awesome feeling to drive like this. So if you play the game, kind of recommend doing this sometimes though, for an entire drive. Not the entire hour or whatever you're playing, just for one haul or something, so in between. It really changes your perspective on how the terrain actually feels like, and gives proper insight on how to drive even in third-person view. Also fuel consumption, as big as ever though, 20 liters per minute. Yeah, that feels bad though. It feels bad, but man, look at the size. So technically, hauling cargo like this, we do want to have a truck that's it's quicker, has more traction, a lot of power to weight, and can haul this trailer without slowing down. And that's a very, very difficult combination actually to find. So if you do know of a pretty truck though, let me know. Alright, we are getting there, as you can see. Or is it a little bit further? It's a lot further though. My. Oh yeah. A little optical illusion though. It's a lovely place though, I have to say. Yeah, we still have to get over there with a full crane to get that, well, that little thing over there though. That's not a big issue, but we do need to rescue that one truck. Yeah, we definitely have to lift that one up. I still wonder, like, how did he forget to put the handbrake on though when he went fishing? It doesn't make sense to me. You should be, look at the area around us. You should be used to using that. Maybe it froze and it snaps for some reason because of the pressure of the weight and the physics of the angle of the car. Maybe though. Everything is possible, right? You know, like metal fatigue is a real thing. After all, you know, there are temperatures where actually trees do snap. I mean, how wild is that though? A little bit of snow, totally frozen over trees, and he just snapped though. It's a sight to see. Never seen it IRL though, but I kind of wish that I did one day. Oh, we just have to drive over it. Sure thing then. Yay! Great, it's much better here now. You can take some resources from the warehouse if you need them. Alright, we can just take them though, huh? I mean, that's a deal and golden. Upload at the power tower. Oh, we might do that later on. Off the cliff. What do we have here? Yeah, that's the fisherman. Diagnostic trailer. So what we have to grab though is right over there is one. And we just have to go here and there. Shall we do that with a different truck? I think we should do that with a different truck. I kind of want to use the collab though a little bit more often, but let's go with a different one. We have so many trucks, you know. Would be a shame that we never use them. Oh, isn't this a beauty right now though? Look at her. Loving it. Yeah, it's the ANK. We never really truly used it though since we discovered it in Alaska. And I have to say though, it's about time. It is, to be precise, the ANK MK38. And so far, acceleration. Awesome. We have the custom ultimate suspension. Off-road gearbox. We have the balloon tires. And we have a whole lot of hope though, because look at that gasoline tank. It's only 200 liters and it's drinking like a sailor that just got his salary, you know? My oh my. What a drinker though, but I love this in the Moo colors, man. It is an absolute fantastic looking truck this way. Hoppa. Now, attach the trailer. That's what we really want though. But so far, this truck is a mighty surprise though, I have to say. It really has a lot of power. Look at that. It's an S plus power to weight. Durability A minus. And fuel consumption B plus. It is a very good truck in other words. Look at that. Just basic American military, you know, like not comfort but survivability and practicability. Although the survivability over here might be questionable. Because it's an old school one, right? You know, it's not for modern military standards, I might imagine. Unless they changed, of course, something. And they probably did. By the way, I do love the detail about the extra footprints over there. That's you guys, yeah. Now, let's see. What we want to do is go over there. Of course. But yeah, the quickest way, the safest way might be there. But let's go over here to the left. And then turn right directly. Because with these balloon tires, I have no fear of snow. I have fear of gasoline usage. Fuel consumption. We already lost 1/10. Not cool. Oh, actually 1/8. Keeps hauling though. That's a beautiful thing, right? 1 out of 4 gear is the same as high gear in speed. High gear is actually a little bit slower. Ooh, that is nice. That is really nice. That is such a good detail. Of course, high gear has more stability, but, you know, that's that. Probably low gear plus give me a little bit more traction. No, low gear. Yeah. Still throwing everything in the air, though, so it has enough torque. Oh yeah, look at high gear. Lost potential. More fuel consumption. Same with auto. Let's just go in low gear for now. Same speed. Less torque is being used. Less fuel consumption. Just feels right. Oh my. Look at that. The windows can be put open like that. The front windows. That is comfort though. In a desert region, you know, like Arizona or, well, let's say Iraq or something. The little wind blowing when you're... Oh, can you imagine though in summer? Well, depending what region, by the way, because if you have your mouth open, sometimes you can get an insect buffet. Alright, 1/4 is almost down of the gasoline, and we are... Well, we could see a little bit of the garage over there if the rocks were not in the way. So, yeah. Spent a lot of money though tuning this thing. Could be good for comfort or close hauls, you know what I mean though. It is a shame that we cannot exchange the flatbed. I believe the other truck can. The other ANK. Because to have some extra fuel over here or some options would be really good. Especially if this thing can actually haul up, well, pardon me though, bigger trucks. That would be really good though, think about it. Like a nice recovery vehicle with speed or something for difficult terrain. I think this is more of a difficult terrain truck. Where we have to do tight turns, deep mud, deep water, deep snow. And it's short distances. I think that will be the ideal setup of this truck. But this is the real challenge right over here. The Colop had no issues, by the way, climbing it. But the Colop did not have to drag a trailer behind it. This is a real nice challenge though. Look at the suspension. Isn't that amazing though? By the way, it's such an easy invention. Most of suspension, not all, they are metal plates, right? You know, small metal flat bars stacked on top of each other. Very simple, but so easy to do wrong. Right? You know, you do need the right material for it too, the right steel. It's so easy to do wrong, but wow, what a game changer, by the way. In the transport business. Where the passenger, you know, like civilian cars, to buses, to trucks and whatnot. We take it for granted though, just like a spark plug, but man, what an invention though. Now, how much gasoline do we have? Whoo! Almost 1,000 liter gone though. 1,100 liter, oh my. Yeah, it actually feels like 1,000 liter, by the way, right? Because we are at 50% right now. Well, I've been daydreaming, it seems. We kind of have to go up there. So, let's drive this beautiful trailer a little bit back. Oh no, I do hate these trailers though. I wish we could lock them up though, like in real life. So it doesn't have the scissor turn. It's really good though for very simple, tight turns. But if you want to go backwards, it is hell on earth though to drive these things. In this game at least, but, right? Because, you know, the terrain actually causes a lot of issues for you. Right? You know, it bumps it a little bit slightly there and boom, you're carefully driving. Really put it to the test. Oh well, here we are. Shall we go? Before we do anything, ooh, we can only repair, yeah. I keep forgetting that this one is only tools though, and that's it. 76 liters left. It's a nice challenge though, my boys. I think we only have to follow these lines right now, and that means we could probably finish this mission. If not, we just send in a nice hauler though, right? You know, a nice little fuel hauler. Stage complete. Right over there. Yeah, well, apparently we do have to do a little bit more though. Very difficult terrain around here with the deep snow, but man, the balloon tires do really help. Appreciating the heck out of it. I kind of want to follow the power lines, but there came a thought to my head: what if there's a steep drop off right ahead of us? Right ahead of us, you know, like a little cliff dive. I don't think our little ANK want to experience that though. So let's just keep her intact and let's just drive the way how we should. I believe, yeah, the route is not here, although it might seem like it. It's a little bit further. Now look at this though. Don't you want to drive here sometimes or just hike? Look at the lake, big rock formation to the right, the view, the mountain though. Man, I wonder how this place looks like in spring or summer though. Although I want to experience it in winter IRL. I just love the snow. What is going on here though? Okay, massive rock. Well, not massive rock though, but it looks like it because of the suspension is so high though at the same time. Now please don't tell me that we have to turn around. Stage complete. We do have to turn around. Yeah, I kind of felt it coming though, huh? So this is going to be a difficult one. Could actually go like this though. We do have some gasoline in that one. You know what? I think it would be smarter that we do that. Just meet that truck halfway. picking up speed right now, you might imagine though. Going downhill and all. Oh, look at that though. Yeah, the snow drag is extreme, although technically we should not have snow drag because everything is not touching the snow. It's just rolling over it with the tires. So that's a little bit of an interesting, strange occurrence though, right? It should be compressing the snow and slippery, but we do have the traction clearly. Look at the difference though, huh? Hauling this right here through the mud and the water compared to the snow. Yeah, the snow drag has to be a little bit tuned though, because it's based on deep snow and not your setup. Because look at the clearance that we are having. It's not even touching the snow. The suspension, the axle, right, you know? So it should be a little bit tuned, by the way, if the developers ever see this. I think they are aware though. Seven liters, 6 liters. Yeah, we don't have the power anymore though. 5. Let's not run it out because that's really, really bad, by the way. A lot of engines cannot handle that. There we go, the 6E. The rescue surface though, huh? Like we dubbed it before. I think I'm going to give it around 200 liters of the 6C's own fuel. If the top is not enough, because we don't need it. The 6C is so fuel efficient. And the garage is close by if we do need anything. So, and driving up here will not cost a lot of, you know, gasoline either. It's just the smartest way to do it. That's a very curious tree up there. Do you see it? All leaning over from the mountain top. Interesting stuff. Look at the size difference though. I know it doesn't matter though, right? But it still is something, isn't it? That's the trunk. We still have this one. Beautiful. Let's get this one on the side. Wait a minute. Weren't we on 66% of completion? Are we at 69? Wow, that one mission really put us up there, huh? Into the sunset we go. Now this is some hauling though. This is what I want to see on the ANK. Just the trailer, not too much difficulty, just thick mud and off we go. Off into the deep mud here. Woo! Oh, we did it a little bit too soon. A little bit too enthusiastic about it, right? But let's admit, this is a beautiful truck. It's a very interesting pattern for real, right? You know, the paint job, but all in all, I do love to see this truck. I'm not sure why though. I kind of have nostalgic feelings about it, but it should make sense on a personal wise. Never driven one, never touched one. Maybe old movies, I don't know. Could be something though. Let's put the headlights on. It's getting dark out here. We don't want to hit Sasquatch though, huh? It's already difficult to get a job if you're that hairy. Now try to do it with a limb. So my conclusion right now is though, the ANK really dominates the mud and deep mud though. Dominates it. It even laughs at it. Deep snow draft, like every other truck. I don't know. It's kind of tough situation right there. But all in all, it's okay. It's like a difficult relationship, one might say. You know, where the cops show up once a month at least. So it's not that toxic, because it's not weekly. But it's bad. It's very bad. There must be something that's worth it though, I suppose. Do you see that? Oh, I thought it was a strange eyeball glowing right there. No, you know what it is? It's a little bit to the left. You can still see it. It's not eyeballs or something like that, right? You know, staring at us. It is actually the marker where we have to put the trailer. Yeah, silly me. We could go to the left here. Because there's a big boulder in between. Yeah, let's try it. You see a tiny opening here. But we could just sneak right in between. It's not a very big truck to begin with. It's of average size. Alright, big boy. What's going on here? I love that all what we are hearing in the distance. Maybe you guys want to see something though, right? You know, I find it very atmospheric, you know, to drive in the dark. But I'm sure you guys want to see something to what we are doing. So let's go and put some daylight on. It's struggling because of the tree branches just being made of solid steel. So by the way, before we deliver it, 70 liters from this little bit right towards there. It is very difficult to justify using the ANK though with that. Very difficult. But I still would say it is a fun little truck to drive around though. So just do it. Just do it. Maybe without a cargo is smarter. Yes, it seems we have nothing to worry about, but thanks for your help anyways. You're welcome though, you're welcome, especially that amount that you did put in my wallet. Wrong turn, Cousin's trucks, repair Cousin's truck. We can do that, but later. Deliver to roadblock. Alright, that is definitely something that the ANK wants to do. We can pick it up right over there, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, very quick too. I kind of think that this truck is the best to use as a cargo transporter. Just basic cargo, no crane needed, no nothing like that. No trailer, by the way. Just the flatbed that it has. Just use it this way because it is so much fun to drive. Especially with the high suspension that we are having here. It is such a joy. The balloon tire combination is just perfect though for everything, for basic cargo transport. Let's go pick something up over here and you will just see what I mean though. Like, all of this is no biggie, nothing at all. It is just a joy, for real. So yeah, that is the issue also. Like, I think a lot of players have it, and I have it at random times too. You probably did already notice and see it. Is that you gotta want to have a truck that does it all, right? You know, and that's not how it works, sadly. And to be fair, God thanks, because that will be very boring. That all the trucks can be doing everything. All right, this is this is a deep boy. Let's just go then. Do you see? Yep, we're still in auto. No issue, nothing. Just perfect. It just keeps on going, and the planks are still dry. That's cool though. Now, what I tried to say though is that it is a perfect little truck for hauling cargo, and we should see it as that way, not as a trailer puller or whatsoever, right? Because that's a complete different beast, and every truck has their own specialization, their weaknesses and their strengths. Now, is the left side broader or the right side? I think the right side is a little bit flatter. There we go. So yeah, you know, like right now, it is no biggie, no nothing at all. As you can see, we are rather quick with it though. Now let's see. Is this MPH? I don't know what it is though exactly, but it's... That is rounds per minute. So the right side is kmh. So it's an American truck. That is actually in kilometers per hour. Strange, this would be miles per hour, but oh well. Might be a Canadian version though. And it stays at 10, so that doesn't really work. It's busted. But anyways, it's a quick one. It is way quicker than the call-up was here. Ooh, we are causing a whole lot of dangerous situations here. And I'm actually ripping this beautiful truck apart. Has nothing to do with the truck, it has to do with my indecision on what side to drive while keeping the throttle on. So yeah, you know, like it is a quick beast though. So if the call-up was at average here in high gear 15, because it couldn't really sustain automatic on higher speeds, then this one will now be around 30 kilometers per hour. Just in auto. So, you know, like that's nice. That is a double the speed though. So think about that. So if you want to have quick deliveries and good repairs, take this one. Papa. Nice, isn't it? Freedom! Thank you. Now we can resume shipping cargo to the far ends of the region. And by that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time. And I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy. And don't forget to subscribe though. Bye bye.